as their guys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Rodgers. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. It's Tannehill.
Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Off play action, Tannehill. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 41, Tannehill.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well,
and he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down now, Britt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers.
Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. He finds Hopkins complete.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On first down, Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 27, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kenneth Farley.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
And he returns this to the 22.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. A give to Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Again, it's Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again to Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now it's Tannehill. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Britt. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Touchdown! Racey McMath, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lancers have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Lancers are able to widen their advantage.
Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That is caught by Amari Rodgers.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. To throw is Rodgers. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Rodgers.
He'll find Aguara complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
To throw is Rodgers.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Rodgers.
Pass complete, it's Adams.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory. Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it? It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one. So for the home team here, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.